All right, so I know y'all think I have beef with Russ, and I don't. I don't really care. I heard he's winning now. Good for him. But this guy does.
Russell Westbrook versus Patrick Beverley is the rare sports feud that's totally straightforward. Opponents who arrived in the NBA on very different terms, a visible, unambiguous explosion of beef, and flames stoked in broad daylight ever since.
But you won't swing, though.
In the second quarter of a playoff game on April 24th, 2013,
I only knew about Pat Bev
Westbrook
from Chris
dribbled
Smoove,
toward the bench to
so.
call a timeout. As he was doing so, Beverly dove for the ball
Yes.
and hit Russ in the legs. This turned out to be a big deal. It ignited the beef and so much more to follow. But we
Definitely
should first
did.
understand who these guys are. Russell Westbrook was a big deal from the moment he entered the league. He played 2 seasons at UCLA and made the Final Four in both of them.
Shout out
His
Al Horford,
sophomore
man.
season was his breakout. With Aaron Aflalo gone to the NBA, Westbrook
Aaron
became a key starter
Aflalo.
alongside star freshman Kevin Love and productive upperclassmen Darren Collison, Josh Shipp, and Luke Richard Baamute.
That
After
was a
losing
good
to
team.
Derrick
What the
Rose
fuck?
in
That
Memphis
was
in
a
the
good
08
team, damn.
NCAA tournament semifinal, Westbrook entered the draft and got picked above any of his teammates, heading to the Seattle Supersonics with the 4th pick. The team moved to Oklahoma City, where Westbrook became an all-rookie first-teamer next to sophomore Kevin Durant. Within a
Nice.
couple seasons, Russ was a regular all-star, thriving with Durant and sixth man James Harden on an OKC Thunder team that made the 2012
The
NBA
Pizza
Finals.
Rolls Thunder.
After that team lost to the Heat, OKC lost Harden in a huge trade with the Rockets. But the Thunder only improved, marching to 60 wins behind Westbrook, Durant, and an evolving cast of co-stars. And I want to point out here that Russ was at this point completely invincible. In 5 seasons and multiple runs to the playoffs, Westbrook hadn't missed a single game. He held an
Yup.
unparalleled Iron Man streak dating
Yeah.
back to his NBA debut. The
That's
Thunder
some
were a
LeBron
powerhouse
before.
entering the playoffs, a force of nature.
I was
with
a really
real
big
shot
Westbrook
at
fan back in the
rematching
day.
and
I
perhaps upsetting the
was.
reigning
Oh my
champions.
God.
Like to a point where I saw what Derrick Rose was doing, but in my head, I just didn't want to say it. Russell Westbrook can do this exact same thing if he had his own team. Like, what the fuck? Come on, bro.
Hey, no bullshit. I was like, hey, I was trolling motherfuckers. I was like, hey, yo, you want to see Derrick Rose with a midi? Pulled up Russell Westbrook. I was trolling, man. And I ain't gonna cap. Where this love stem from? 2K12. I ain't
Big
gonna
facts.
lie.
Big
I ain't gonna lie.
facts.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen the animations in 2K12. Russ used to just huss that motherfucker forward. I'm like, oh shit. I'm doing that motherfucker. I don't care how many turnovers I get. That motherfucker used to punch the ball forward, man.
First, they faced Harden and the 8th-seeded Rockets in the first round. They'd win the series pretty easily, but this moment sunk them in the long run. This was just another day at work for Patrick Beverly, who took a very, very different trajectory. to
Young
this
Patrick
Beverly
Beverly.
comes from Chicago, where he was a high school star battling for
Who Kid
recruiting
Dre
attention
for
in
real?
the
This is
shadow of,
crazy.
hey, it's Derrick Rose again. This was actually the subject of a 2007
know, you know.
famous
Chicago Pat
documentary.
Bev.
Anyway,
yeah.
while Westbrook and Rose were becoming big-time NBA prospects, Beverly was
Oh,
at Arkansas,
man.
co-starring with Sonny Weems for a couple Razorbacks teams that made the NCAA tournament but didn't go nearly as far as those two. Instead of entering the 2008 draft with Westbrook, Beverly decided to stay in college, only to lose his eligibility for what were later revealed to be academic reasons.
Damn. Lock in, y'all. Lock in.
Student
Even
athlete,
too late for the
student
draft,
first.
but
Come on,
unable to
man.
play the college season,
Oh.
Beverly turned pro, signing a contract in Ukraine and even winning a dunk contest while he was there. The Miami Heat acquired
Whoa.
Beverly's rights on draft night 2009 and brought
Hey,
him to
that's who
training
I
camp in
remember him as,
2010.
man.
But unfortunate circumstances led to him getting cut before the regular season.
Damn.
So
he was gonna be on
Bev
the
returned to
Heat?
Europe
That's
and
crazy.
blossomed. From Ukraine, he went to Greece and then on to Russia, where he became Euro Cup MVP for Spartak St. Petersburg.
Shout out to Pat Bev though, for real, because I ain't gonna lie. Again, when I saw him on Chris Smooth's video, because that's literally the only reason I was introduced to Pat Bev, I thought he was gonna be one of those dudes that's literally just in the NBA for one season, had a cool, like, I don't know, like 5-day contract or 10-day contract, excuse me, and just that's their career. But for him to have the career that he's had though, and to really make a name for himself in the NBA, it is impressive though. So all jokes aside, shout out to Pat Bev.
I would shout out Pat Bev, but he's like not on the Kawhi boat of I just gotta keep slandering, but it's like close. Like he's on the anchor. Cause damn it, Pat, you supposed to help us, man, and you didn't help us, man. so he had to go. It is a nice origin story though, for sure.
Finally, in the middle of the 12-13 season, the NBA came calling for real. Beverly signed with the Houston Rockets, headed to the D-League for a short stint, then debuted in mid-January. From the very outset, Beverly played with the desperation of a man who never again wanted to find himself in a Ukrainian dunk contest. In his second game as a Rocket,
Pat
Bev was
Bev in a dunk
already
contest.
hounding opponents to the point of irritation. He was a bench player at this point, and in his first game against the Thunder during the regular season, he and Westbrook only shared the floor for a few minutes. But by Game 2 of their first-round series in OKC, the Rockets realized what they had and gave Beverly his first career start. So that's how we got here. The unstoppable superstar in Game 2 of what hoped to be another long playoff run, and the scrappy, first-time NBA player doing everything he could to stay in the league a long time,
Okay,
even
when
if
you put it
such
like
relentlessness
that,
meant
this is
lunging at a
different.
dude while he was calling timeout. Westbrook came up hobbling, but continued to play, continued to get into it with Beverly, and helped OKC to a Game 2 win. But days later, an MRI revealed a torn meniscus in Westbrook's right knee. His season
NBA
and
niggas
his
so
Iron Man
different.
streak were over, and though the Thunder made it out of that
At
series,
this
their
point-
title hopes
This
ended
is
at the hands of
crazy.
the underdog Memphis
At this
Grizzlies.
point, I want to see like
Westbrook was
how
reportedly
Russ becomes the
irate.
villain. I
Beverly,
ain't gonna
though,
lie.
was
Right.
unapologetic, unmoved. He waved aside online abuse and even death threats.
Oh wow. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it took almost a year for Westbrook and Beverly to meet again because Russ needed 3 surgeries to get his injured right knee where it needed to be. The Rockets and Thunder met in March 2014, just weeks after the 3rd surgery, and guess what Beverly did? Russ
What's up,
was
pussy?
not pleased.
Yeah.
Injuries have characterized this beef
Oh.
ever since. About half the time Russ and Bev's teams meet, at least one of them is out because of an injury. But whenever they're both healthy, the matchup is awesome. Westbrook has overcome Beverly's defense for some
49.
huge games.
Damn.
Oh my
Beverly has harassed Westbrook into some dreadful shooting and lots of turnovers.
Yo.
This is Beverly's thing, by the way. Russ is certainly not the only star to struggle against Beverly's tenacious defense, nor is he the only star driven nuts by Beverly's tendency to cross the line. In December 2016, the OKC crowd booed Beverly during pregame intros. Beverly defended Westbrook well, forced him into an airball on a last-second attempt, then
Oh,
trash-talked by not trash-talking after the game.
I'm gonna just say this: you don't force Westbrook into a air ball. Shit just happens.
Oh.
Sage, tell me I'm lying, dog. When has he ever been forced into an air ball, dog? Come on, man.
Nah, they be like,
Come on, bro. Am I lying?
nah, them motherfuckers dead ass be like, you won't shoot it. He be like, who won't? Hell no. Every fuck no. Every time. I guess it's peer pressure. Is that peer pressure? If I say Souls, you won't hit this end button right now. I bet you won't do it. Bet you won't do it. Who won't do it? Pussy. And is that? That gotta be peer pressure, man. He's different. He's different.
Westbrook refused to give him credit. The regenerating animosity culminated
That's not an
in
easy shot.
another playoff matchup, Rockets vs. Thunder in 2017. This time, Westbrook no longer had Durant by his side. He'd gone elsewhere after failing to win a regular
Boo!
series. Houston
W
had the
move.
upper hand and took the series in just 5 games. Beverly even outplayed Westbrook in Game 1, though he did get his skeleton rearranged by
Damn.
Russ's teammates.
Ooh.
The beef stayed pretty low-key during this series, with only a little verbal flare-up in the decisive Game 5. But the war of words
That's my
continued
MVP right
after
there.
that series
Yeah.
ended. Beverly trashed Westbrook's shooting performance.
But now it shocked me because he said he looked up and said, "No one can guard me. I got 40 points." I'm like, "That's nice." He took 34 shots to get it.
Oh
And
shit.
even dropped a choice Jay-Z quotation.
You know, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't.
Russ, meanwhile,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The numbers don't. It was 40. How about that? I ain't gonna lie. End of the day, it was 40. Numbers don't lie. Damn. Shout out to the Brody.
Here's the problem with yo, Souls is trolling this video. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with Pat. It's tough when defenders say that shit because what you do ain't recorded for real. So it's like there's defensive stats, but we know that shit bull. Like and we know there's that ass defender that's high up, and we're like, see, the shit sucks. So it's tough when defenders pull that number shit. But hey, it's like corners in the NFL too, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Russ got to shoot better.
I also want to see like what the actual percentage was, because if it was on some like 44%, even
34 shots is-
43,
yeah.
I'm like, I hate it when people pull that. Oh, how many shots though? Look at the percentage. That's literally what. Like, I'm sorry that a player needs to take a bunch of shots to get to 50 points. Like, damn, what the fuck?
You only got 20 points on 10 shots? Yeah, nigga, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's,
I shot the ball perfectly, actually. Yeah. What are you talking about, my nigga? Hate you.
Beverly's defensive effort.
He was talking about he was first team all defense, but I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because I had 42 at the time. The series, I don't know what he talking about.
Once again, a ton of time would pass before a rematch. After getting traded to the Clippers for Chris Paul, Beverly missed most of the 17-18 season, ironically with a meniscus injury in his right knee that required surgery.
Damn.
When the Clippers and Thunder first met
Yeah.
in the 18-19 season, Westbrook was out because of inflammation in his still troublesome right knee.
Damn.
Knees, man. Basically every player I have mentioned in this video has had knee problems at some point. Anyway, Westbrook finally met Beverly on his new team the day before Halloween 2018. That night, Westbrook and Beverly were in fine form. Russ scored on Bev and celebrated like he was rocking a baby. Bev got a bucket and did the celebration right back. And sure enough, by the end of the game, Beverly had once more taken a dive into Westbrook's legs.
Nah, that's crazy.
Westbrook was
The
livid, of
exact
course.
same
He and
dive?
Beverly went at each other a bit
Nah,
and
that's
got
crazy.
double technicals.
That's
then Russ
crazy.
spent so much time barking at LA's bench that cops felt the need to step onto the court, which is a bit much. Beverly reportedly fired back at OKC fans booing him, insisting the original incident was 7 years ago. It was 5.5, but who's counting? After the game, Beverly once again downplayed his rough defensive play.
Did you feel that was a fair?
I ain't gonna lie, Pat, you
I
crazy.
didn't. I feel like I went for a loose ball. I mean, I don't know.
Westbrook, whose team won this matchup, explained his
gonna lie.
rockabye celebration.
You gotta give the little babies, put them to sleep. You got little kids on you. That's what happens.
He's a
Clear,
baby.
years after his founding
Oh,
moment,
man.
that this feud isn't going anywhere, and why would it? That incident in 2013 broke Russ's career-long Ironman streak, aborted OKC's
knee
last
problems,
real shot
bro.
at a championship, and gave Westbrook a knee issue that may bother him for the rest of his career.
It wasn't the last
Beverly,
real
meanwhile,
shot.
hasn't changed his approach.
2016
to the game, and
happened.
probably
Yeah.
never will. These guys took very different routes to the NBA, and those backgrounds define so much of their styles and reputations. Fate has had a way of keeping Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly apart, but whenever it does bring them together, we are likely to see a flare-up of some prime
Dennis the
dry-aged
Menace.
beef.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do not see how Russell Westbrook was in the wrong whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm glad we agree. And it's not because he's the better player, y'all. These are two players I've been hypercritical of for obvious reasons. Y'all, I don't see it. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, Pat was trying to make a play both times. Yes, he had the determinations to do it, but it was a mistake. It happens. But to continuously play like that, knowing that you're gonna hurt people, at that point it's a decision. And like if that's who you are, that's fine. But like you can be wrong. There's some people who believe like if you cheat, you're just making everybody happy, or if you cheat, you gotta see if you love her or whatever. It's still cheating, my nigga. So it doesn't like the ends don't justify the means. At the end of the day, he could be an anti-hero to you if you want. But nah, Pat diving at the legs was already kind of crazy, but you understood why. Him injuring Russ again, it's like, all right, bro, what's up? Him diving again? Nah, nigga, you just don't care. And I mean, that's fine, you don't care, but you don't care.
I just think it was a case of like, yeah, Pat Bev, again, it was a hustle play that turned out to be more than a hustle play. And if I'm Russell Westbrook, from that point on, yo, you injured me for a hella long time, arguably ruined, I think when we look back from like the 13, 14 to like the 14, 15 NBA seasons, shit just switched so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so clear that, yo, after LeBron is up, yo, it's KD and Russ. It's going to be their league. And then out of nowhere, Curry's like, nope, it's still gonna be LeBron, number one, and two, like I'm in there now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in there. So like that injury really took a toll on Westbrook's career. And then Harden came out of nowhere. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Who really is the best player out of this trio? Like let's really
Let's
talk about
find
it.
out. Who's the best scorer out of this
That's what
trio?
I'm saying. Let's really fuck around and find out. So it's like, and then at the end of the day, it became a situation where you just got two guys who talk a lot of shit, and when they're on the court, they're gonna keep talking their shit. And that's
Oh yeah. I don't care about the beef though. It's cool beef.
Yes,
Fuck
it's
it.
a cool
Like-
beef.
Like be angry. The only thing I say, and this is what I say, you can't if you have to be on the if you have to pick a team, definitely pick Team Russ. Is because hey, bro, one's injuring the other. Like that's just foul, bro. Like hey, that's real life. This is not 2K. You don't just play 20 games and it goes away. No, like this nigga in real life is sitting down, just casually eating food with his family. Like damn, my knee hurts. Like that's crazy. So. Yeah.
With that being said, though, if you guys want to watch another video on the channel, here you go. Click on it right now, and we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Peace.